Sharikitten says. This.
Shooting me a what's up? Was that a test for YouTube? I bet you it was. I bet you it
Sharikitten
was.
says. I said hi. Sharikitten says. It corrected it to this LOL.
It's funny. Woo! How are you? I'm sad about QFX. Really sad. I don't want him to leave. All
Sharikitten
right.
says. I am too. Sharikitten says. I don't know what happened.
I don't either. Don't either. Oh. Got my reference, which is, I have it there. Womp. Landscape time. Is that? So what are you up to anyway? Aside from catching with, dueling with the cream catcher or whatever his name is, the cream keeper.
Sharikitten says. LOL, I love that you call him that.
I mean, pretty good at coming up with that type of stuff. Cream keeper.
Sharikitten says. I posted a video showing that he's wrong. I embedded it to the forums to show he is wrong.
Good. Should. I mean, like, he doesn't need to be mean about it. I mean, I didn't see anything sexist that he said, but I mean, he's being a dick. So, like, it's frustrating. The way I would handle that is that people like that will kind of prove themselves a dick if you just let them
Sharikitten
do it.
says.
And you just,
Yet it's been over time that he just instantly dismisses anything I say.
yeah. So, like, what I would do, like, because he's a dick, and it's really apparent when he's writing that stuff. If you can, keep your cool and just post the video of the evidence and say, look at this. This is it right here. Boom. This is it. You know? And it's easier said than done. And I don't know, maybe you should lose your cool. I don't know. This only reason why I say that is because he's the type of person that's very easy just to let him defeat himself if you just let him keep talking. Because he doesn't seem to be too bright, honestly. So I don't.
Sharikitten says. Well, I didn't cuss at him, lol.
You didn't do anything wrong. No, you didn't cuss. I don't know if I would go and call him sexist and this and that just because there's no evidence of that. He might just be whatever. And if he is, he is. But I mean, I wouldn't go there unless there's like concrete proof, not just an assumption, you know. But like he's
Future
definitely
oil painter says.
wrong.
By Mona Lisa's great boobies it's Luth.
How's it going? What's up, Buffer Share? Need more black.
Sharikitten says. Yeah, that is based on his behavior towards me over time. I can't even show the evidence as it's also in the beta part which can't be shown to the public.
Okay. Well, I would just like, just for your sake, lay off that because I'm not saying you're wrong. But like from somebody reading on the outside, it seems like without having seen that evidence, you know, there's so many people who just automatically jump to those assumptions these days, and I don't want them lumping you in with that. Because like you're right, but you're going to undermine your point if you jump to that is what I'm saying. Because you don't need it. He's
Sharikitten
giving you
says.
enough ammo.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, yeah. He's giving you enough ammo. He's like, good old cream catcher. He's gonna, he's gonna. I mean, it's classic defeats himself. Let's see what he does. Let's see his next move.
Sheer Curry says.
I love this type of
What
drama.
up, fools?
He said, "What up, fools? Hey, Curry, what's up? What up, fools? What up?" Opened up
Sharikitten
the
says.
book of English
That's
slang.
why I didn't just
What
leave it to words. I posted the video and was like, see diffusion. I
Yeah.
don't know why you fight me like this, lol. Sheer Curry says. Looking swell. Future oil painter says. Home skillets.
Okay.
Sheer Curry says. I want an away skillet. Sheer Curry says. Do y'all know what to do about a loose canvas?
Yes, I do. Explain it to me, Curry Curry. Is it like now? Is it just a
Sheer
little
Curry
bit loose
says.
on the back? What is it?
Bitch, explain.
Bitch, explain.
Sheer Curry says. It's kinda denty.
It's dented. Okay, all you got to do if it's dented, just take some water and rub it into the back and then let it dry. It'll bring it out. The other thing you can do if that
Sharikitten
doesn't
says.
work is just restretch
You
it.
gotta use the tighteners like your mama gave
You
you.
can tighten it too. You can use a tightener, but if there's a dent in it,
Sheer
that's the
Curry
tightener is
says.
not going to take it out.
Want that disturb the oil on the front.
No, it won't. Not at this point because it's the oil is malleable enough still where it can reform. You're still painting on. Now, if it's like a dry
Sheer Curry
painting, you
says.
don't necessarily.
No, not a dent, just loose.
Then use these things. Use. Do you have these? Now, as long as you don't have like the corners stapled or something, you're fine. Put
Sheer
these
Curry
in.
says. Those wood things didn't work.
These don't work, then you're gonna have to restretch it. But before you restretch it, put a thin layer, like just very, don't like splash it, but just
Sheer Curry
dip your
says.
hand in and just rub some
No,
water
no,
on the
what?
back. It's what? Yeah, just like rub it in the back, just some water. See if that works, and if not, like not a lot. It doesn't take a lot. Just like
Future oil painter says.
almost
What
damp.
is that?
Those are stretchers, like little wooden I forget what you call them. What are they called? I used to know. I don't know what they are. But you put them in the corners and hammer them in, and it pushes the stretcher bars apart slightly. It just creates a little bit more tension, so it
Future oil
stretches
painter
the
says.
canvas out.
Oh, okay.
But I think honestly, if you already did that, Curry, and it's not stretching it out, you're probably gonna have to re-stretch it onto the stretcher bars. Because I think probably what happened is
Sheer Curry says.
your stretcher bars,
Oh, wait, you have to hammer them.
you have to hammer them. You can't just put them in. Just tap it a little bit, yeah, just with a hammer. And
Sheer Curry says.
you want to do one,
Damn.
two, like on each side, like
Future oil
one,
painter
two.
says. Just stretch it, slap it, and whip it down.
Let me show you. Let me see if I have one. Oh, I don't have like canvases. Let's see. Okay, this is good. But this won't work because I have the I stretch it so hard onto the canvas that I always staple the corners, but this is you want one going up in flat side here,
Sheer Curry says.
one going up there,
I have a pre-made thing.
other one going here. Yeah, it's pre-made, but one going there, one going there. And you have to hammering it up is going to help. So 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. So that should do it. Now if that doesn't do it, you have to re-stretch it. But like yeah, I wouldn't necessarily get it wet then. I wouldn't do the wet trick. The wet trick is good for like slight things, but you don't want to like saturate your canvas and start putting moisture on it. That works if it's like I said, if there's like sometimes you lean the canvas up and
Sheer
it
Curry
like
says.
presses up against
You
something
love the wet trick, don't you?
and it leaves that mark, that little pop mark that you can't really stretch out of, then you just put like a little bit of water on the back and
Twisty
it
Dart
gets rid of
Lady
it.
says. Hi.
Hey, Twisted Dark Lady. Art Lady, Twisted Art Lady. How are you? Get some painting done.
Almond the Painter says. Good evening, sir.
Alman, how's it going, man? Tell you what I don't like about this. It's okay though.
Sheer Curry says. I'm using portrait linen. It's
Porcelain.
always very loose when I buy it, but this one is bigger, so it's pretty bad.
Ooh.
Shuri Kitten says. Did this sink in? Sheer
Ah,
Curry
yeah, it
says.
did.
Thanks for the advice.
You're welcome.
Future
It
oil
did
painter
sink in.
says.
Let's see how bad.
If nothing else works, just use the oldest trick ever, ignore it.
Yeah. Let's see how bad it is. Oh my gosh, it's horrible. So the good news and bad news. The bad
Sheer
news
Curry
is this didn't
says.
work. The good news is
Best trick ever.
the good news is that I might not do oil ground and
Almond the
take
Painter
forever to
says.
do the
Good. Eating some tuna pasta with homegrown parsley and garlic.
I might not do oil ground going forward if this is hard to work on. like at least for this, because there's no point. And it took freaking forever to do this. I'd rather do gesso if it's going to be like this. You know what it could be? I think
Sheer Curry says,
I think it's
first
the
layer is always worse.
Blue Ridge oil paint that's doing this. That's what I think. I think it's the Blue Ridge oil paint that has Sherry what was it, safflower oil in it. That's what I think. And I think I used the ultramarine blue, and I think it's messing it up. And I have
Windy
some here,
City
but I might
1828
try different
says,
blue.
oh hello there.
Windy City, what's up? Anyway, screw it. Let's go. Let's go. We're going. Knife, knife, knife. All right, we're just mixing some blue up for the sky. Some happy little blue. All right, something has to be
Windy
happy.
City 1828 says, Cherie hello.
Just a touch of orange. Just a touch. It's good to put kind of all
Cherie Kitten
colors in.
says, hi Windy City.
Okay. Let's go. Let's take some of the blue, put it over here so I can easier access. And white. So with my clouds, I kind of do one of these things where I can brush into it really quickly. You see that? 1, 2, 3. Just makes it a little bit more spontaneous. Less hand movement. Blah, blah, blah. See that kind of soak it. There you go. That's the one I want. That's it. You know, the cool thing, you know what? I'm kind of an idiot here because I wanted to. No, I didn't. I don't know how much. You know what? No, I'm not an idiot. I'm still smart. I'm going to shape this up here, and I didn't want to get too much sky into it because it just becomes a little bit muddy after a while, but um, I didn't put it in the wrong place still, so we're good.
Sheer Curry says, you're slightly dim-witted.
My dim-witted friend. We're still trying to kind of cover the canvas, the board. It's fine. I kind of like building the paint up like this. I don't know, we'll see. And maybe it doesn't sink in that much this round. But since I have faith in nothing right now, I doubt it. But it does sink in like crazy. But again, like if the reason, again, it was so horrible. I'm just not a prep person, and I I don't recommend not
Windy
being a
City
prep person.
1828
I'm just
says,
lazy.
how's Papa Louis?
He's doing great, thank you. Yeah, we got a lot of painting done of him last week, and I'll continue doing it and maybe get him in this week. We'll see. But he's doing good. He's just we have him belted into his chair right now, and he's probably being fed as we speak. The old goat. He's still kicking. He's still kicking. He's a fighter. He's one funny man. He is. He's funny.
Windy City 1828 says. Good to hear.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. Thank you. He's very good. I like having him in. It is. I like having him in. The difficult part for me is that I'm constantly carrying him, like getting him up the hill here and stuff. I mean, I can do it, but it is kind of nice just walking, like getting in your car, driving, and walking up the hill. It doesn't seem like much, but it's like when you don't have to lift things, it's quite nice. But it's at the same time, it's worth having him in. There you go. All right. So one of the reasons why I go off the sky, I like to key off the sky, and then because I have like darkest dark kind of would be around here, and I might even bring some of that up underneath here, but I can always bring the light up some. I just am looking for something that's striking to the eye. It'll definitely fade off in the distance here, but yeah, it's a great way of keying off the sky. So like with the clouds and stuff, having them keyed up correctly is extremely important as well. And then later on, I can start putting some variation into the sky and such, as I build it up. But right now, which nice is that, and y'all can't see, it's very washed out just because of the way the camera's set up. Um, I don't know how to fix that technically, but it's definitely not as bright. Like you can see my hand right here is washed out, but this is like closer to how it looks in reality. So I don't know. Maybe I could darken that some. But anyway, my point being, when we started, there were like these scratch marks because it was kind of going through to the board, but they're gone now. So it's only going to take this one last layer to cover it, which is good. Good. Got it. See, I do know what I'm doing sometimes. And trying to put some orange in to just to beef it up. It needs to be a little bit beefier. Just darken it some. I'm going to darken it just a little bit. So orange, blue. So essentially the primary colors is going to darken it down just a little bit. So adds color in, but I can always bring it up later. In charcoal drawing, you learn to establish your value range, which is why, but for chair, I'm making you do that. And Ear's doing it too, which is good. Like I think he's going to start doing it, but you want to establish a value range. So you're not just saying, oh, I just want it brighter, and you keep on making everything bright, bright, bright. You're just trying to get an effect without technically understanding what you're doing. We're keying things up right now. We're keying it up, establishing lightest lights, darkest darks, kind of early here, and just going, just trying to get this thing to work. Put that up some. I'm going to be posing for Scott and Sue actually for a portrait in September, which is going to be nice. But it's a 4-hour portrait and it's for their class. So it's not like something that's
Sheer
going to be
Curry
totally
says.
developed, but it's going to be pretty
No
sweet.
way.
Yeah, it'll be pretty sweet. I'm sure they'll post it and everything. So I'm guessing they will. I can't say what they're going to do. But anyway, I sat for them once before, and I honestly hate sitting, so I hope they appreciate it. They do. I do hate sitting though. I absolutely loathe it. I loathe it. It's just boring.
Sheer Curry says. Pussy.
It's just boring. I don't want to do it. But Lewis, you're not stepping back. I know I'm not. This isn't good. But you know what? I'm lazy. That's my
Shurikitten
answer
says.
today.
Sit and PvP. Windy
Ah,
City 1828 says. Once this work is complete, what will you do with it?
this one is a commission for the same gentleman who got the cow painting. Did me do the cow painting, and then hopefully he wants another one after this. Hopefully, we'll see. Eventually down the road he will. You can't pressure people with this stuff. I'm extremely grateful for the work that I do have. However, it would be freaking magical if I could get another commission off this. Another one. It would be great. I'd be happy. Yes, happy.
Windy City 1828 says. Oh, smashing.
Yes, Windy City, you are correct. Yes. See, this is how we go about. Now, I'm still kind of shaping everything, right? Maybe going forward when I'm doing the sky, I instead of making it like maybe I turn the camera down some so y'all can see what I'm doing. Instead of it being like something that's blinding. All right. That's how you have to say it. Blinding. Okay. Oh. Still shaping things, right? Why don't you detail? It's not detail. It's not time to detail, jackass. You gotta get the big shapes in. I can keep on telling you. Pencil drawings. Think pencil drawing. I don't want to. I like to paint express myself. All right. Going in with some darkness. And maybe I should get a bigger brush, but frankly, again, I'm too lazy. Will I regret this? I will immediately regret this. Getting a bigger brush. You know what? No.
Sheer Curry says.
I don't want to
That
clean
brush
it.
is freaking huge.
This one is not. The one I had was bigger. It would get this thing done faster, but I don't want to clean it today. It's hard. I'm just building up the layers. Just building it. We just got to build it. Okay.
Sheer Curry says. That's what she said.
It is. It is. You are correct. Okay. Down. Right? Something like this. Okay. Do that. Fine. Here's what I'm going to do. Here. Let's bring this over some. See how that looks. Just a little bit. Something? Maybe? There's too much chroma. I know. You're right. It's too much chroma.
Shurikitten says. Curry, did you see my video proving that dude wrong? LOL.
I love it when you get fired up over stuff, Shitty Man. Did you see it? I proved that bitch wrong.
Sheer Curry says. I clicked on it but I didn't finish it yet.
I want to see a cool trick. Look at this. Watch. I'll show you on this.
Sheer Curry says. Did he respond yet?
Just gotta squeeze it in there. See?
Sheer Curry says. Look at the little boy with his toy.
Look at the boy toy. With this toy. Boy. Alright, that's fine. Now my hands are sticky because this thing wasn't washed.
Kitten says. I'm passionate like you, Louis. I think I accidentally used your mocking people voice. You are my teacher and it shows. Sheer Curry says.
What was it? I'd like to hear
Real
that.
men use their muscles.
I use my muscles to turn the thing. Alright? Suck it. Alright. I'll be right back. I gotta go wash my hands. This is not, it's not coming off. My hands are so sticky. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Go ahead. Make fun of that.
Sheer Curry says. You suck it. Kitten says. No one has responded yet. I don't know if they have the balls to honestly. Kitten says. That voice LOL. Sheer Curry says. Come hands.
There it is. All right. Let me go wash my hands. Irish Spring. My keys.
Sheer Curry says. Cum is good for your skin. Future Oil Painter says. Wash those hands. Future Oil Painter says. Irish Spring also keeps insects away and critters. Kitten says. I guess they don't like linseed oil. Sheer Curry says. What did critters ever do to you? Sheer Curry says. I'll watch your video fully later. I wanna see.
This is the way in critters. What did critters ever do to you? I'll watch your video fully later. Yeah, I'm curious about that too, actually. Shirimiya is on a rampage warpath of Shirimiya. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? Let
Sheer
me
Curry says,
make a couple
I love
colors.
to see women tell annoying men off.
It is quite entertaining when done correctly, and she's doing it. Let's do this here. Um, Like, why would you pick a fight with Shirimiya? Of all the things, the Rebel forums. That's what I'm gonna do. That's my strat. The Rebel forums. Find Shirimiya. There's a tiny little thing. Pick on her when she's trying to help somebody.
Sheer Curry says, some guys bully the girls they like. Sharikitten says, thank you. Yeah, it's a thing in IT. Dudes never let women exist without freaking out and trying to say we are wrong.
Well, I'll tell you why that is, Shirimiya. You see, women don't understand technical things as good, like construction, because it's more rational. And women are not rational, and they have very low brain activity. Okay, so you can't blame the men stronger, smarter, faster, quicker, better. Okay, you can't blame them. But I do acknowledge your
Sheer
feelings.
Curry says,
Okay,
Shari get him.
I said I acknowledge your feelings. Okay. Why pick a fight with
Sheer
Shirimiya?
Curry says, spam him with gay porn.
The old spam with gay porn trick. We've all been there before, unfortunately. That was my bad. Fortunately, we had things set up so that it will not happen again.
Sheer Curry says,
Though it probably will
you
somehow.
loved it?
Don't love it. That was horrible. It was a level of bullshit that I can't get out of my head. There you go. All right.
Sheer Curry says, that was my Vietnam.
Hurry actually, when we were getting spam, she wrote, she's like, something's going on in your Discord. And like, if she never said that, I wouldn't have gotten it because I'm very fortunate that I saw that too. It's cray cray. Some people, man, that is insane.
Sheer Curry says, at first I thought they were references.
That's like, dude spread eagle with all sorts of shit going on. I've never seen anything like it, and I do not want to see anything like it again. But for Chair probably snagged one of those pictures he has on his desktop background. Burning bitch. That's for the Starbucks, the fluffy references, drinks. Get you back.
Sheer Curry says, leave but for Chair alone. At least he has a wife. Future oil painter says,
That's what he
yep.
wants you to think. Okay.
Sheer
There
Curry
it is.
says. True, we never actually saw his wife. Future Oil
Exactly.
Painter says. SHW hasn't left me yet. Sheer Curry says. But for cheer, is it you in a wig? Shrikitten says. Next time you have an IT issue, I guess I could just let you handle it.
Who, me? No, it's okay. I'll let you help me.
Future Oil Painter
I'll let you
says.
help.
Wish it was
It's
all a
okay.
dream and is wake up lol.
Or you get Jonathan to
Sheer
help me.
Curry says. Lewis doesn't even know caps lock.
I do know it. Now I know it. He doesn't even have caps lock. That's talking about the double tap on the phone.
Shrikitten
1, 2.
says. Oh no, I'm just a girl, I don't know how.
But you do know how to ask men for help. So ask Jonathan to help me when I need something, okay? Okay. Okay? And if he says no, woman, say, okay, but here's a sandwich. Okay? When men are so sexist, I'm sick.
Shrikitten says. It's sandwich, you retard lol.
Wait, what? What did I say? I said sandwich. Give me my ivory black 1 second.
Sheer Curry says. LMAO sandwich.
I didn't say sandwich. You never listened to me. I didn't say sandwich. Damn it. You know what? Y'all are mean. Here I am saturating you with my knowledge, my intellect. Okay? And what do you do?
Future Oil Painter says.
What do you do?
ID like a sandwich. Sheer Curry
What do you
says.
do?
Lewis makes his mom cut the crust off his sandwich. Twisty
Better
Dart
that way.
Lady says. I like to say sandwich, I'm Sam lol.
It's better that way. Let's drop this.
Future Oil Painter says. And
Woo!
cuts his sandwiches diagonally. Sheer Curry says. Sandwich.
Did y'all see
Sheer
Spinal
Curry
Tap,
says.
the sandwich
In
episode?
star shape.
It's like trying to get the fold a sandwich properly. He keeps on folding it and he confuses himself how to eat it. And Spinal Tap, have y'all seen that? It's a masterpiece. I bet Butt for sure has.
Future Oil Painter says. Guilty. Sheer Curry says. I don't remember this.
Dude, it's so good. That's what she said.
Sheer Curry says. In Dutch we say that's what my wife said last night.
Really?
Cher Curry says. Or husband because we are inclusive. Cherie Kitten says. What about they's band?
What about what? Dude, how's my battery almost dead? What, did it not charge last night? This is weird. Dang it. Do this.
Cherie Kitten says. On your mic?
What about my mic? What about they's band?
Future
They's
Oil
band.
Painter says. Juice it up.
No, not the mic. The phone. Phone. The phone was not working properly. There. It's actually better that way anyway. Trust me. See,
Cher Curry says.
displacing
Cherie,
shapes.
what do you think about nipple clamps? Cherie Kitten says. Oh, I have them. Why do you ask?
This doesn't shock anybody.
Cher Curry says. What is the point of them?
Feels good. I bet you that's the answer, isn't it? Is that the answer?
Cher Curry
Feels
says.
good.
Lewis wears them.
No, I don't wear them. I'm talking about this. Some people.
Twisty Dart Lady says. I bet he's wearing them right now.
I'm
Cher
not.
Curry says. You're supposed to wear two, Lewis.
I guarantee you, shitting is typing like this long paragraph of an explanation right now. I guarantee you. She's been waiting for this day for years. Ah, yes. The nipple clamp conversation. Finally.
Cherie
I don't know
Kitten
what to do
says.
with this.
The sadist will enjoy torturing masochist with them during a scene. They make it so you can stimulate the nipples and cause pain while you do other things during the scene. Cher Curry says. I can't wait.
And there it is. You see, I told you. Told you. I know. I know what's happening. This is bullshit. It's slowing me down. Holding me back. Holding me back. Okay.
Cher Curry says. Interesting.
Ah, interesting. Yes, yes.
Future Oil Painter
Forgot this
says.
song.
What ha
Still.
doing to the old trees, Luth?
Huh? I'm just trying to shape this properly, honestly. I'm trying to get, I don't know what I'm doing. Let me darken it for you all since I'm working so much the sky and it looks frankly horrible to you. Here, lose camera just for a second. Yeah, I'll turn everything down some. This down. Let's see. Oh, down. Let's try this. It's gonna look darker, which is fine.
Future Oil Painter says.
1, 2, 3.
Much better.
Here. There we
Shurikitten
go.
says. You don't actually clamp the nipple. You clamp behind it just so you know. Don't ever clamp directly on the nipple and make sure if it turns bluish purple you remove them immediately. Redness is normal.
Sky is now the proper color. Everything else is dark. Dark.
Future Oil Painter says.
Dark art, lady.
LOL.
Ah, Curry, I am so glad you got her talking off this.
Future Oil Painter says. Much better.
Yeah, now y'all can see what I'm doing. Then I'll probably go and start working into this. Y'all won't be able to see, and I'll have to switch it again. That's how this normally goes. Okay, this is a lesson. You know how bad it looks right now? But for chair, I want you looking at this and squinting down and just trying to think of the big
Curry
shapes and
says,
ignore this type of
we
stuff.
need to learn something here.
Yeah.
Thanks, Cherie. Future Oil Painter says. Yep.
Anyway, you got to squint, and we're getting the big shapes. That's the objective of this piece here. If I want to make it look pretty, I'll make it look pretty. But not yet, because everything needs to be placed first.
You're welcome.
Damn it. Let's control this stream. Never had control to begin with. That's why I never get angry.
Shurikitten says. Squint and clamp behind the nipple. Future Oil Painter says. Aquineing. Future Oil Painter says. Squintin'.
You gotta squint. Don't worry about it looking good or bad right now, because to be honest with you, I could probably go back to the drawing board and try to figure out like certain compositional things. And I might do that at some point, but I'm just trying to fill the canvas right now on the board. Okay.
Future Oil Painter says. Much better. Cher Curry says. But for chair I like your fighting guy.
Should be interesting. It's the funniest things you do, but for sure, the funniest things indeed. One never knows what you're gonna do next.
Future Oil Painter says. Thank ya. Sher Curry says, it's good to paint unique things.
Correct.
Future oil painter says, my brain is like a box of chocolates. Future oil painter says, you never know what ya gonna get. Sher Curry says, ya never know which flavor ya gonna get. Sher Curry says, damn. Sher Curry says, Jenks. Future oil painter says, oh man. Future oil painter says, LOL. Future oil painter says, great minds think alike.
Yeah, so it was obvious what you were going to say.
Sher Curry
Forrest
says,
Gump.
or bad minds. Future oil painter says, LOL. Sher Curry says, Louis, don't ruin our moment, damn you.
That's what I do. I ruin moments. The moment ruiner.
Sher Curry says, Louis moment ruined Eddie. Future oil painter says, you look, they didn't teach that at the Florence Academy for Troubled Youths.
Teach what?
Future oil painter says, Mova quotes.
I don't know what MOVA is.
Future oil painter says,
Don't know.
movie.
You're right, they didn't teach that shit because no idiot needs to be taught that. It's obvious. We at the Florence Academy for Troubled Boy Toys had giant brains, which is why we got in. They only let women in as a mercy to them, as a compliment to womankind. Oh my gosh, he's so sexist. Just kidding, I'm kidding.
Sher Curry says, oh my gosh, he's so sexist. Sheer Curry says. Didn't yo mama teach yo nothing? Future oil painter says. It was probably one woman for every 100 troubled boys.
The troubled boys. Ah.
Sheer Curry says. That's why art sucks.
Shutter Mia, are you monitoring the Rebel forums right now? I bet you are.
Shrikitten says. No one has replied LOL. Future oil painter says. Shrikitten is plotting her revenge.
She is.
Shrikitten says.
She's not gonna let this
He
go.
reported me too just for stating I'm done with his crap.
Well, he's a butthole. He is.
Sheer Curry says.
He's a butthole.
I thought it guys wanted more women.
What are you trying to say, Curry?
Sheer Curry says. IT.
IT world is beyond me. I don't know what's going on with that world.
Sheer Curry says. Or maybe just the companies want more women.
Do they? I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? Whew.
Sheer Curry says. My friend works in IT, he's loaded LOL and I'm over here starving. Shrikitten says. No OMG, my time in IT was so retarded LOL.
Oh, is it? How so? Does this need to be lighter, guys, now that I'm working here? Because I swear I should have, I don't know, whatever. Do y'all want me to lighten this area for y'all on the camera, or do you want me, is this okay?
Sheer Curry says. Looks good to me.
Okay.
Shrikitten says. It's tough to get into IT and be successful cause of pussy men like that. That's why I'm calling him out. I won against Blizzard and got MR Chili back. I can win against him.
That was actually a pretty impressive. When she's calling, she got Mr. Chili. That was pretty funny. And she inspired a lot of people actually in doing so. This is right when she decided to come back. I did not see that coming. I was thinking to myself, put up that good fight, but it's not gonna happen. That's why I'm thinking, because Blizzard sucks. Ball sack. Anyway, she beat them and inspired a whole new generation of virgins in the process. It's quite amazing. Never have I seen anything like it before. Never. Never. It's quite impressive. I was impressed. I was impressed. You should put that on your resume. Mr. Chili was almost lost. Almost lost, Mr. Chili. Did she give up? Nay. She said, I'm fighting, bitch. She fought. Like the IT princess that she is. She's not gonna let Creamcatcher get the best of her on this one. Like a hawk. She's browsing those forums. She's massaging those links. She's watching for the little dots that appear when it says somebody's typing, so you know they're typing. She's watching. Creamcatcher knows it. What will he do? He's on the ropes right now. Oh, good old Creamcatcher. He's probably regretting his decision to
Sheer Curry says.
post.
What is he babbling?
Only time can rectify his error when people forget about how much of a dumbass he is.
Sherikitten says. Test. Sheer Curry
Shuddermia
says. Are you the he or?
has him by the proverbial nutsack, and he knows it. Woo! She knows it. She's not gonna let go.
Sheer Curry says. Twist them nuts.
Mm.
Sherikitten says. He's a pussy. Sherikitten says. Yep, I can put it here.
That's what she said. Ah, yes, the good old swamp painting.
Shrikitten says. YouTube was censoring me calling him a pussy.
Oh, so sick of the censorship. YouTube, let it go, man. Let it go. Let it go. It's not the end of the world, YouTube. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world.
Shrikitten says. Your values are so mid-tone, is that what you're going for?
These? Um, yeah, because I'm trying. I'm keeping them muted right now, and I'm just trying to cover this, get the basic shapes, and I'm darkening it so I can bring the light up as I go, and then I'll start doing color variation. But I need to get the drawing correct first, right? So yeah, I'm trying to I'm making it darker than it should be right now, purposely.
Shrikitten says. Yeah, I figured it's easier to do that in the beginning.
I mean, you could get a solid light impression. Like you could go lighter than this, but no, this is by design, definitely. I mean, you've seen me work. I always kind of bring the lights up, but I'm still not locked in on the composition. So I need to. It's harder when I go like totally light. Now, lightest light is going to be around here. Darkest dark I have established, so I know what value I'm putting down now because I can tell. I'm keying my values off those colors on here. And if I wanted to, I could put a light and a dark mark, like a black and white spot, but I'm not going to do that in this. I guess I could put it down there, but I don't really care.
Share Curry says. Shuri, it's a good video. That trick is awesome.
So I haven't done this in a while. I'll briefly articulate what I'm doing, just train of thought right now. So I'll narrate what I'm doing and my thoughts.
Shrikitten
So
says.
might be
Thank
some
you, Curry.
irrelevant
Yeah, he
stuff.
told me I'm wrong and that the dripping isn't possible with oils. But it is. I proved it.
Burnt him. All right. Pressing the paint in, keeping it thin in the darks right there so that I can go back into it later. This, I'm going to bring some of the dark in here, knowing that's going to mix with the paint that I have underneath, but I'm kind of thinning it out so that it's not its total dark value range. here. I'm going to put a darker value range just to experiment, hatch out the shapes in there to see how it's going to look. At the same time, I'm pulling the brush and thinning it out so that it's not going to be hard to work on when I go back over it this week, even if it's a little bit wet. Working all over this area so that I can develop it all at once. I'm going to come in here. It's going to be lighter at the top, but I'm keeping the paint thin. I'm going to bring the value down so I can bring the light up. I also want to establish this shape so I can shape the whole thing a little bit better because I'm not content with this design right now. Right. So it probably should be working with a bigger brush, but I'm too lazy right now. Problem I'm having now is that there's a reflection up top, so I might have to lower the painting in a second. Thinning it out with a little bit of walnut oil just so that it's movable, malleable. And I'm going to thin this out, try to do two things. I'm trying to cover the thin paint, which you still see the brush marks from the first layer, and just establish a darker value range so, again, I can work the values up. I'm not worried about the color right now. I can always put the color variation in later on when I have the values, the drawing established. I'm working the second value up of green that I have, going in with the walnut oil to make it just slightly more malleable. And we're going to go in here, and I'm not really touching this area here with the white yet. I will in a second, but that's going to saturate the brush with some white, which I might still be able to control. I'm just trying to get the deep dark in first because I don't want any white in this yet. I don't want it milky at least. I'm going to, once the drawing's established and everything, then that's when I can go in later on and start bringing some light out, which really creates depth. Okay. It creates depth. Here, and then let's kind of lightly blend this into these areas here. And I can just, I'm going over the brush, even though this is a dark brush, I don't mind doing this. I'm kind of using it as a dry brush to kind of blend it a little bit, and then I'll just take it off with the paper towel afterwards, so it's not a big deal, something like that. And then since it was a little bit saturated, I'll come up, actually wipe it off on there, so it's a little bit more loose when we're doing this. Now I'm going to go to the mid-tone light brush, go up top here, and I'm going to desaturate it some with the grays that I so expertly mixed, add a little blue to it, go back to the gray, thinking of the value, ballpark color, then consistency with the walnut oil. Just make sure it's malleable, it can spread. Boom, here. And I'm kind of brushing this in, and then I'll try to smooth it out some, but I'm keeping it extremely thin, again, with the intent of covering the canvas. All the tricks and stuff, working the edges and all those things I'm not going to spend time with necessarily yet, just because I have not placed them properly yet, right? I'm just going to go in here.
Sheer Curry says,
I'm working this. There you
did
go.
you use no oil in the first layer?
I not really. If I did, it was just to make it so that it would spread a little bit easier. Something like that. So again, idea is you're squinting way down at this point, way down, and you're just trying to get this basic impression, right? Supposed to squint down and just get this basic impression. That's what we're trying to do here. We're not trying to, I'm not trying to really work the detail up yet. Because if I work the detail up, then I have to move the shape, then I've wasted my time doing that detail. Right, so that's what I'm doing. So two things, trying to get the shape and trying to further cover the canvas so it's totally workable. which this is pretty workable. But like, can y'all see this? You can see it's like the brush strokes underneath and stuff. I'm just gonna cover that up, right? And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in here with this brush, put this in now. I'm gonna start working these edges. I'm gonna start designing this a little bit better. So I've almost gone to the edge, but I haven't really mixed it with the sky yet. But now I'm going to start doing that. So I'm going to go with a brush that's like one down from the dark, which is going to be about this range right here. And this is what I'm going to be working with. I'm not so concerned about the saturation of the color right now. You know,
Sheer Curry says,
keep it in the
you could
ballpark.
make a video on edges OMG.
This is true. I could. There's so many things I can make a video on, honestly. So I'm taking this, I'm just going to pull some of this down, but also I kind of need to redesign some of this. If this is here,
Shurikitten
this is
says, you should make a video about edging.
here. Shit. All right, so when I do this type of stuff, I'm actually pushing the paint away and pulling the paint away, like, and then I'll come in here.
Shurikitten says, I would watch it.
Oh, I know you would. Push this to the darker side right there, and then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to lay it there. And then the first 2 or 3 strokes you're fine, but then it'll start blending in. So you can push the paint. I'm going to flip the brush. There's going to be more paint on the other side, and then I'm going to push and pull. So I'm pulling up some of this paint here, something like that. But this needs to make sense, right? And let's bring this here. It's kind of coming down, and then maybe the tree's coming up that way. This tree, let's bring this over that way because this isn't quite working. It's too much. So again, let's go into a little bit more dark. Saturate the brush, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push this way, and what I'm doing, I'm pushing the paint out. I'm not thinking cover it up. There.
Shurikitten says,
And then it's
I
on the
was on my
tip.
best behavior when I was there LOL.
You did a good job. There you go. And then soften on this side, right? You see that here? And then let's push the paint out. Push it out. That's coming down, so something like that. But you don't want this dead center in the painting, I don't think. Kind of want it over that way just a little bit, so I don't want to bring it over more. Soften those edges. Flip the brush. I'm also keeping track of like what paint's on what side of the brush. So essentially this is very basic,
Sheer Curry says,
but
the rule of 3/5.
you're juggling a lot of things, and if you're having trouble juggling, that's just a matter of practice. Eventually you start getting, you become able to juggle more as you go. All right, all right. There we go. And work these edges some just a little bit here. All right, step back now. I'm really trying to understand this. And here's the thing, like I can always paint
Sheer
over
Curry
this.
says, did they teach you 3/5 at Florence Academy for retards? I mean special boys.
No, I don't think so. I mean, they might have, they probably did, but I didn't pay attention. What's wrong? It's actually not bad. This piece comes up here, but then let's bring that over just a little bit. I know I just, something like that. Okay. Something like that. There you go. For now, I'll just keep on messing with this. Just keep on messing with this here. So like the key is understanding how to push and pull paint, going back to your palette, understanding what's on your brush, like constantly saturating it back with paint. But if you have too much white, you don't want to go back into the darks with it on your palette because it's going to saturate the palette. So all you have to do is just take the lights off first, make sure you got the lights off, and then go back in your palette. So that's how you prevent it from becoming too muddy. Becoming muddy is a issue. It's essentially just not going back to the palette, not cleaning the brush enough. And it's hard. It is difficult. Woo! Yeah. Let's go with the darker dark right here. The darker dark. Darker dark. Here. I'm pushing it into the paint because it is wet there. And that way I'm getting rid of the light paint and pushing the dark paint into it. And I know there's some light paint on it. So like I said, you take your brush and you just wipe it off, and then you can go back in the dark here. And that's how, again, you prevent it from becoming too muddy, right? And don't go fast with this if you haven't done it before. Just go slowly with it and you'll figure it out. So again, pressing it in, and we're going down to the board, and then same here. I'm going to press and pull this. And then I can shape that later, but that's how you apply it. So that's dark now. It kind of took away a lot of the light. You don't want it sitting over the white when you're still shaping things. Now, a cool effect, and Scott does this, is to have like light and then, like put white paint down and then get like a black. Really, I think he saturates it probably with some medium. Make sure a lot of paint's on, and then he goes over it really fast and makes a warm dark. So that's an effect, but if you're like, you can't, if you go over it again, it's going to smear it up. So, and that's why, like, I'm continuously working this. That's why I'm pulling the paint up. I'm not just laying it over.
Beark108 says,
There.
Little happy tree.
Happy trees. Happy trees. All right. With the next dark brush. And I'm doing that push the old paint away, press the new paint in technique. It's a good one. It's a good one. Okay.
Beark108 says,
There.
There's this cool story. One Polish guy swam across Baltic Sea from Sweden 160 km in one take, crazy.
Polish guy swam across the Baltic Sea from Sweden? Dude, that's pretty far. When did he do that?
Beark108 says. Yeah, why did he do that, lol?
Like, when did he do that? Why? He probably just wanted to, right? Screw it.
Beark108 says. 2 days ago, it was his 5th try and he made it, swam
Bruh.
non-stop 55h with no sleep.
Are there sharks in the Baltic Sea? I bet you there are. Dude, 55 hours, no sleep. Did he have water with him? Did he have like a boat with him that would just hand him water? Is that like a world record or something? It's
Beark108
pretty cool.
says. Baby sharks.
Baby sharks? So they can still take a nip out of your nutsack. Dude, bruh. Some people. It's cray cray. Curry, don't try it. You could lose your sack.
Sheer Curry says. I was just about to.
Okay.
Beark108 says. Couple of boats to feed him and look after him, but he was not allowed to touch the boat.
Gotcha. I mean, that is impressive. That is impressive.
Sheer Curry says. I don't touch the ocean, that's where fish have sex.
That's where fish have sex. So shaping this land.
Beark108 says. In previous try he had hallucinations of monsters attacking him just 11 kilometers from shore of Poland and started swimming back to Sweden lol.
Dude, that is so frustrating. Oh my gosh. That is so frustrating.
Sheer Curry says. What is his name? Sheer Curry says. Never mind, found him. Sheer Curry says. It was to raise money for kids with cancer.
Damn.
Beark108 says. Bartholomew Kupkowski. Windy City 1828 says. Louis, I have to hop off, so thanks for streaming and catch you again. Bye, Cherie.
Windy City, you're awesome. Thank you. Take care. Get some rest. All right? It's really good having you here. Windy City. Everybody thinks she's from Chicago. But she is not.
Cherie Kitten says. Bye, Windy City. Windy City 1828 says. Thanks, Louis. Future Oil Painter says. What's up, people?
But for sure.
Future Oil Painter says. Trees are looking good.
Yeah, they're coming along. Yeah, let me do this here. I know y'all can still read that. You have to. Also wanting to cover this to see how it sinks in. I don't need to cover the whole thing today, but I want to cover as much as I can. Just make
Future
the
Oil
changes I need
Painter
to make.
says. How do you get that leafy look?
Leafy look. Which one? Like this stuff? I don't. This. It's I don't know. It's not really in yet. That's what she said. Right.
Shurikitten says. Press your balls into it firmly.
Exactly. Well done, Shurimiya. Well done. Firmly. For the black or
Futury
the
Oil
dark, I'm
Painter says.
using ivory
Oh,
black,
that explains it.
ultramarine blue, and cadmium yellow. Cadmium yellow gives it that kick. If I use yellow ochre, it makes it too opaque looking. It's not good. So the black and the ultramarine blue makes a very dark black, very transparent. This is nice. That.
Shurikitten says. The filbert brush makes the big leaf shapes but for chair.
Yeah, if this type of stuff, I'm using essentially just filberts right now. Do I have a round? No, I don't even have a round.
Sheer Curry says. Do you ever use fully transparent colors?
I don't know. I mean, I'm using ivory black and ultramarine blue. And I try
Futury
to
Oil
keep
Painter
the
says. Okay
darks
dookie.
transparent. I try to paint them thinly. Maybe I should make more of an effort to do transparency,
Shurikitten says.
improve my work.
I don't think he cares about transparent colors like I do. Sheer Curry says. You don't know the opacity of your paints.
Not really. It's not good. I need to. It would improve my work. Maybe I'll look into that. Maybe that'll be my next quest. Next quest.
Sheer
More ivory
Curry says.
black.
You need to make a chart.
I guess. But it's so good, you know? Blue Ridge. That's just so lazy. So lazy.
Sheer Curry says. The opacity is on the tube's poopy head. Shurikitten
Alright,
says.
let's check. Let's check the
They can mix
opacity.
colors without imposing on the hue.
Is it, though, is it okay? Let's check the opacity since y'all care about opacity. OMG. Transparency, opacity, 2. What is that?
Shurikitten says. I do that with hair dye too.
What's a good opacity? Tell me the chart. I wish Jeff was here.
Sheer Curry says. Oh, does hair dye have transparent dye? OMG, what?
I'm looking it up.
Shurikitten says. What brand? Futury Oil Painter says. 3.
3 what? 3 is a good opacity? 1 second.
Shurikitten says. Yes, there are opaque and transparent dyes. Sheer Curry says. Doesn't it have a little square? Sheer Curry says. Lewis, show the square.
Wait.
Shurikitten says. Each brand has their own chart normally, but some just use the square. Shurikitten says. Show your square to us.
There's no square.
Shrikitten says. Hold it up. Future Oil
It's
Painter
on the,
says.
you can't even see it.
It usually says transparent.
It says, I'll read you what it says. Transparency, opacity, 2. Light fastness, 1.
Sheer Curry says. Show the tube.
RGH. Did you see it? It's ivory black from RGH.
Future Oil Painter says. 2 is in the middle.
Okay, that's 2. So like,
Shrikitten says. WTF is RGH.
it's a company based out in California. Argardist.
Sheer Curry says. You have transparent, semi-transparent, semi-opaque and opaque. Shrikitten says. Do they have a chart?
I don't look up on their website on RGH, and the paints that I use is ivory black, and I use the lead white, the Kremnitz white there. But yeah, I'll look into this stuff. Just want to get this painting done.
Shrikitten says.
I don't know what we're
It
listening
doesn't
to.
even say.
It doesn't exactly. I told you it doesn't say it. Ah, I found an eraser.
Sheer Curry says. I bet ivory black is opaque or semi-opaque. Sheer Curry says.
Okay.
I think Kremnitz white is semi-transparent.
I don't know.
Shrikitten says. Ivory black is typically semi-transparent.
Mom is typically transparent.
Future Oil Painter says. Kremnitz is transparent normally, but titanium is opaque. Shrikitten says. So opacity 2 means the second of that stage. Transparent, semi-transparent equals 2. Sheer Curry says. My ivory black is opaque. Shrikitten says. Is it only a single pigment?
I don't know. You have to look that up. It's. I'll tell you what it says, and then I got to get back to painting. The pigment is carbonized bones, PBK-9. That's all it says for the pigment. PBK-9. Hmm.
Shrikitten says. Windsor and Newton lists it as semi-opaque.
All right, so then tell me, what's a good black? What's the most transparent black that you can get? Can you look that up for me?
Shrikitten says. So not fully large molecules.
Get some more oil. Stop first.
Shrikitten says. The best black is when you mix two transparent hues to make a black. Sheer Curry says. Just make your own transparent black out of crimson, transparent yellow and transparent ultramarine. Beark108 says. I like lamp black from Harding, but that's opaque AF.
Transparent yellow. Wait, so what was it you said to make the black out of? The three pigments?
Sheer Curry says. That's what I do.
Wait, I could read it. Sorry, I could definitely read it. Best black is when you mix two transparent hues. Okay, so Curry says just make your own transparent black out of crimson,
Beark108 says.
transparent yellow, and
Best
transparent ultramarine.
black is ultramarine blue and burned umbre.
Cool. I like this. I'll screenshot that. There you go. Screenshot. Boom. Cool. I like that. All right. Where's my oil? ¿Dónde está la biblioteca, Pedro? Please tell me I have more oil. Yes, I do.
Sheer Curry says. Alizarine crimson, transparent yellow and transparent ultramarine. Shrikitten says. Do you have dioxazine purple and phthalo green?
No.
That can
Phthalo
also
green I
do it.
have.
Shrikitten says. I wonder if the magenta would mix properly and do it. Future Oil Painter says. Think I will stick to boiling bones for ivory black.
Boiling bones. Bones.
Sheer Curry says. I could send you a pic of the black I make.
That would be cool. I'd like that. I mean, this is good information, guys. It is. I'd like to try something new. I would. I'd like to try something new. New.
Shrikitten says. Try both versions. Kei's method and magenta and phthalo green.
Woo.
Beark108 says. Once you go black you never go back.
So gay.
Right.
Shrikitten says. I know Arctic fox hair dye, and chromatic black from Gamblin are both made using green and pink/purple. Sher Curry says. Europeans hate Gamblin.
Do they now? Would gambling ever do to them?
Beark108 says. Never owned ivory black actually, always mixing blue and burned umber, but that lamp black is awesome, very very opaque. Sher Curry says. It's beneath us. Shrikitten says. I don't know if we like it here either, lol. Sher Curry says. It's American. Beark108 says. Problem with American brands is the price in Europe, there are no direct dealers or representatives, and British had Brexit so it's messed up. Cher Curry says. Bear, what brands do you use? Beark108 says. And to round it up, Russian paints are no longer imported. Beark108 says. I use Lucas and Harding, also Ferrario. Cher Curry says. It's so sad America doesn't have Da Vinci brushes. They're the best. Future Oil Painter says. I have a few Da Vinci brushes. Cher Curry says. Oh really?
We can order them though. I have one or two. Pretty sure? Not one. Smaller ones. Where are they? This guy?
Future Oil Painter says.
Actually,
Yep,
I
found
don't.
some at a local art store.
I
Cherie
don't.
Kitten
I
says.
don't think I do.
PBK7 is the real black pigment.
PBK 7, not 9. Gotcha. Okay. What's the transparency on that?
Cherie Kitten says. Yes, it's what printers use. Cherie Kitten says. It's able to be very transparent even though it starts out opaque.
Woo!
Reason is the small particle size. Cher Curry says. PBK9 is ivory black. Beark108 says. Also bought some Daleroni big tubes of earth pigments, it's cheap and fairly pigmented. Shurikitten says. Not ivory black. This is photo black, or pigment black. Only certain brands have it as their Mars black or lamp black. You have to check the pigment code. Future oil painter says. Only started using alizaron crimson recently. Beark108 says. There's so much to choose from now, it's confusing and overwhelming. Future oil painter says. Don't think I will need to buy any more paint for a while. Beark108 says. Wonder how many brands will still be around in next 10 years. Cher Curry says. You don't need all the colors. You can mix most colors with the basics.
True. Very true. True.
Shurikitten says. I'm obsessed with finding the perfect basics. Shurikitten says. CMYK is definitely the best. Cher Curry says. But that doesn't have ultramarine blue, right? Beark108 says. I have like 14 colors that I keep buying, half is earth colors. Shurikitten says. Ultramarine isn't the right pigment for it, no. Shurikitten says. Phthalocyan blue-green shade is the correct one. Cher Curry says. I can't live without it. Sher Curry says. Life.
Live. Live. It's just saying it wrong. Don't worry. You are getting credit.
Sher Curry says. Damn it.
I can't live
Sher
without
Curry
it.
says.
Live?
Live, damn
Live?
it.
Oh, TTS is trolling her. Because she's Dutch, you know.
Sherikitten says. Lie Ivy. Sher Curry says. I spelled it right.
You did. I know. That's why it's trolling you. It's really funny, actually.
Sher Curry says. LMAOO Lie Ivy. Sher Curry says. Wow is me. Sher Curry says. Woe is me.
Mm.
Sher Curry says. I've had it. I'm speaking Dutch. Goody
Did,
Morgan.
so I've been trying to tell you the whole time.
Sher Curry says. Icht.
Ekti!
Berk108 says. Lemon yellow, cad orange, ultramarine blue, cad blue, Prussian blue, turquoise, vermilion red, yellow ochre, burned sienna, raw ombre, burned ombre, zinc white tid white.
Let's see if this works. This might not work.
Sherikitten says. A lot of those aren't needed but are fun to have. Sheer Curry says, are you filming this for a reel?
This, oh, thanks. I need a, I'll take the camera down and do it. I can't use my phone because my phone's broken. I'll do that really quick. All right, guys. We'll get this camera back in a second. I need to use this camera. Phone's broken. I'm going to do a reel really quick with it. I'm trying to be better about posting on Instagram. Thank you,
Sheer
Curry.
Curry says, good little monkey boy.
Taking this down. I'll enlarge this one right here. Go ahead and enlarge this really quick. Boom, shakalaka. Just some.
Kitten says, I'm not into monkeys. I'd give him a collar though.
Y'all don't even care where this thing goes, do you? No. Okay.
Sheer Curry says, what color collar Cherie? Sheer Curry says, he'll tell you. It's pink. Kitten says, Louis would look good in a nice oiled brown collar. Kitten says, I have to disagree on the pink for him. Beark108 says, that's a solid cross.
Yeah, that thing's metal. This. Oh, that's much better. Okay. Okay. That's the right thing, right?
Beark108 says, tactical cross.
Okay. Got this. Got this. Watch and learn, bitches. Watch and learn. Whoops. Messed up. Oh. Wait. Okay. What should I do? Bitches. I don't know. Do a couple takes here. I can't see what I'm doing.
Share Curry says. Use a tripod, weirdo.
Suck my tripod. See that? Fuck! Ah! Ah! Give me a second. Ah.
Share Curry says. No, did you fall?
No. I just decided to lay down. Just for a second.
Share Curry says. Oh, poor guy.
I stepped on the cord and then I tripped over the tripod and my shoes came off and then yes, I did fall on the ground. All right.
Share Curry says. Are you okay?
Of course I'm fine. I'm okay. Yeah. Thank you. Now let's see if I don't know if that came out right because I ended up falling. Does this work?
Beark108 says. That was a descent stunt, lol. Share Curry says. You should keep the falling in, lol. Sharikitten says. He would be if you sucked his tripod like he asked.
All right. That'll be the real, I guess.
Share
Whatever.
Curry
Because I'm
says.
not going to film this again.
I won't respond to that.
Let me actually put this on my computer really quick. Ah. All right. See this little gadget showing me? Look, let's see. This is a capture card. This is a USB port for the capture card, and we just put this in here, and this is how
Beark108
you
says.
offload the images.
Maybe he
Woman,
did suck it, we just didn't see it.
pretend like I didn't hear that. Going to. Oh, I can put it in this. See, man, I have a multi socket right there. Let's go. Multi socket. New window. PC. DCIN. 100 Canon. One video.
Share Curry says.
New window.
Multi-suck it.
Downloads. You can multi socket. Downloads. Drag window. Copy. Offloading. Deleting. Boom. Wait.
Sharikitten says.
Double checking. Got it.
Men love to tell you about how they suck it. Sharikitten says. All we want is you to bite it. Share Curry says. And we love to hear it.
Okay, got that. Now, yep. Got it.
Share Curry says. Hide your porn.
This isn't my porn. It's not my porn.
Beark108 says, I don't know of any men that can suck it. Shrikitten says, it's just wow porn lol.
Okay. This.
Shrikitten says, 'cause most men don't know where it is. Sheer Curry says, that's not porn, that's just sad. Sheer Curry says, Shuri the clitoris. Shrikitten says, yes.
I feel like
Sheer Curry
Shooter
says,
Me is
why not?
trying to take Curry under her wing. Why do I get that feeling? Does anybody else get that feeling?
Beark108 says, I was talking about self-pleasure. Sheer Curry says,
Bear,
I need it.
you're gonna get destroyed in this conversation.
Nightmarish Dishinabor says, AI viewers stream book. Com.
Can one of you guys ban that guy? So I don't know how to on this. I don't have my window open. Thank you. So annoying.
Sheer Curry says,
Thank you.
no. Shrikitten says, I told you I've tried to teach her about womanly things, but she is Netherlandese. I don't know if they call it the same things there. Sheer Curry says, the Netherlandists don't have sex, we fornicate for business. Almond the painter says, spicy. Shrikitten says, I believe it. Like the Japanese. Sheer Curry says, LMAO the Japanese. Sheer Curry says, dirty bastards. Almond the painter says, Serbs do it freaky style. Shrikitten says, doggy isn't freaky lol. Beark108 says, Germans just marry for tax purposes. Shrikitten says, I've seen the Rammstein dudes porn. Sheer Curry says, he made a porn? Almond the painter says, who said anything about doggy? This adult gomer involves a grenade and brandy. Shrikitten says. Yeah, lol, go look it up. Sher Curry says. No. Shrikitten says. Grenade and brandy sounds pretty gay, lol. Shrikitten says. It's okay to look at porn, Curry, it's your right as a woman to see men's school ungs and they're pretty hung. Almond the painter says. Maybe it is.
Like, we have video proof of Jeremiah trying to corrupt Curry and her Dutch innocence. Ah.
Sher Curry says. The only school ungs I see are from the cows on the farm, yeehaw. Almond the painter says. Curry is too Protestant to be corrupted. Beark108 says. How are your fires situation, BTW?
Are you asking
Shrikitten
Curry that?
says. That's how you learned about paying taxes too. Almond the painter says. Catholics you could get, but Protestants hell na. Sher Curry says. Lmuah. Shrikitten says. Louis, we need more schlongs in the class. Sher Curry says. Shuri, did you see the new season yet? Almond the painter says. No fires here, just hot weather. I am in the mountains with my truck and 9mm, so I am not worried. Shrikitten says. No, not yet. Sher Curry says. Tell Louis to watch King of the Hill.
I used to watch it when I was back in high school.
Sher Curry says. That's like 50 years ago. Almond the painter says. I am a country feller after all.
Y'all know who Rampage Jackson is?
Shrikitten says. Then you understand the joke about Curry learning to pay taxes from cows on the farm? Almond the painter says. Hell yeah, UFC fighter.
Yeah, he was really good. Crazy. But his so he has a stream though, and his text, he has TTS in it.
Sher Curry says.
Funniest thing you've ever seen.
LMAO Rampage.
because they're always grilling him and he gets so angry about it. But I feel like his chat's like mine. We're just like y'all just insult me the whole time. That's it. And that's all they do with him. And he gets really angry about it, which I think is partially an act,
Almond the
but
painter
only
says,
partially.
Diddy Buddy Jackson.
They keep on. It's like, oh, come on. he's so, he's funny. He has some funny expressions, you
Kitten
know.
says, We haven't insulted you lol.
No. Wait, yeah, you have. You always do. You're always grilling me. That's like 50 years
Almond the
ago.
painter says, Diddy Budaloyoth.
Diddy Booty Jack.
Kitten says,
It's.
Do you want us to? Sheer Curry says, You're pretty.
Thank you.
Sheer Curry says, Happy. Kitten says, That was Curry, not me.
I know. Ah. Anyway, I'm just saying the streams are kind of similar. Really, it landed on my elbow with that one. Hurts. It really hurts.
Beark108 says, So do you paint wet on dry?
1 second. I probably need to turn the music down some.
Sheer Curry says, Was it the right elbow?
It was the left one. Uh, wet on dry. Bear, I do kind of both. Yeah.
Kitten
I
says,
with this I'll be
You
doing
need
both.
to ice it. But you won't.
It'll be fine once I in a little bit. It's nice. It's okay. It's landed harder than I would have liked. I'm really pretty good about landing. Didn't
Sheer
do a good
Curry
job with that one,
says,
did I?
Freaking man.
I do ice though.
Almond the painter says, For some reason this song is making me depressed.
I don't know why. Just
Sheer
gotta
Curry
just gotta go
says,
with the flow, man.
My mom loves this song. Kitten says, Tippy toes. Beark108 says, You can charge extra for creative performance. Kitten says, What song is it? Sheer Curry says, LMAOOO Tippy toes.
What song is it? It's Go With the Flow by. If I can find it.
Almond the painter
I'm not sure I
says,
can get it in time.
Maybe you all are right, maybe I need to go with the flow. I will be turning 25 in a few days.
I don't know who did this, honestly. All right, man. 25, man.
Sheer
Wish I was
Curry
turning
says,
25 in a few days.
Horrible age. Beark108 says, Spring chicken.
All right, let me. I need to lower this down some. I want to do a little bit better work on the leaves. The leaves.
Sheer Curry says, Queens of the Stone Age is the band. Shuri Kitten says. Curry, are you into older men or younger? Sheer Curry says. LOL. Almond the Painter says. Cherry, why that question all of a sudden, LOL.
Nailed it.
Beark108 says. You can still bang all the pussy in the world, don't waste your time painting. Shuri Kitten says. We are discussing age. Sheer Curry says. Older. Shuri Kitten says. How much older?
I like how shitting me stays on her.
Sheer Curry says. It depends on the person.
Okay, now I can see what I'm doing. Good. Let's fix it up.
Shuri Kitten says.
Yeah.
Would 63 be okay? Almond the Painter says. Amen to that, bear, doing all them things if you know what I mean. Sheer Curry says. I don't know, LOL. Shuri Kitten says. My uncle cough is so in, LOL. Sheer Curry says. How about you, Shuri? Almond the Painter says. Curry is after the inheritance, LOL. Beark108 says. Now that's a good boy. Sheer Curry says. I don't care about money, just the hotness. Almond the Painter says. Told you, Cherry, she is too Protestant. Shuri Kitten says. Maturity isn't really about age, it's how you carry yourself. Even older people can be very immature.
Very true.
Sheer Curry says. We know all about that in this stream.
Shut up. Where's my black brush? Oh, I never got it. It's over here. Look at that.
Beark108 says. We're not the older people. Almond the Painter says. BBB Rush. Sheer Curry says. Shuri, how did you meet your man? Shrikitten says. I was friends with his sister on DeviantArt. She knew that I wanted a BDSM dynamic lifestyle. She wanted me to meet him. But soon after we actually met, she started hating me and we aren't friends anymore. Alman the painter says. The way she goes. Cher Curry says. That's sad.
Hmm.
Shrikitten says. I don't stay around anywhere with people that don't like me. Shrikitten says. It's just a rule I have for myself. Cher Curry says. That's good.
Yeah, it is a good one.
Cher Curry says. If I would stop being around people I hate, there would be nobody left. Shrikitten says. Not that you hate, that hate you lol. Cher Curry says. Everybody loves me, it's a curse. Berk108 says. There's barely anyone left. Shrikitten says. Do they? I have the opposite. Cher Curry says. I'm kidding, most people don't really know me. Alman the painter says. I just creep on the mofos. Shrikitten says. Who is the person that hates the word retard? Is that Alman or am I confusing people?
No, it's not him. And it wasn't the guy who mentioned it, it was his
Alman
wife.
the painter says.
And I'm
I
not going to
love that
mention.
word.
Yeah, I'm not going to mention who it was.
Cher Curry says. LMAO.
Just because there's no point. But yeah, it wasn't like the guy, actually I haven't seen him in here almost since that time, but I don't think he had a problem against it, it was his wife.
Shrikitten says. OMG, no, tell me or I'll never get that situation right lol. Cher Curry says. Alman is Serbian. Nothing offends him.
It was
Alman the
no, I'm not
painter
gonna tell you.
says. Amen Curry.
I'll tell you later, Sugar Mia. I just don't want to say it on stream because I don't like talking about people on stream if they're not here. Even though I do it some, I try not to.
Shrikitten says. DM me it later.
Yeah, I will. It's not like it's not a big deal. At least to me, it wasn't.
Shrikitten says. I will fuck that up. Shrikitten says. Even if you tell me.
Right. Like he even said it doesn't bother him, it just bothered her.
Sheer Curry says. We should start being more sensitive. Shrikitten says.
We know that's
No.
not gonna happen.
Sheer Curry says. LMAO. Almond the Painter says. No sensitivity please.
No, we're not gonna become sensitive. I don't think any of us has it in ourselves to become that, number one.
Beark108 says.
It's not gonna happen.
Baha, good luck to you. Almond the Painter says. Too much of eggshell groups in academic art. Sheer Curry says. We should start being more fucking sensitive, you retard.
Exactly.
Shrikitten says. My ass is sensitive enough. Sheer Curry says. The cheeks or the anus. Almond the Painter says. That is why I love this group and Lewis as a person who offers us such a space. Shrikitten says. Both, tail plugs are fun.
So let me tell you just what happened just now. Shadurmia just set that out as bait to Curry, knowing that Curry's going to ask about the tail plugs, and then Shadurmia will be like, "I'm so glad she asked. I've been waiting to talk about the tail plugs." Let's wait for it.
Sheer Curry says. I didn't ask about tail plugs.
She's going to tell you though.
Sheer Curry says. Don't blame me. Almond the Painter says. Gotta go folks, and work blue collar tomorrow. Y'all stay sexy.
Alman,
Future Oil Painter
see you, man.
says.
Thanks for being here.
LOL. Shrikitten says. Don't forget your leash, Alman. Sheer Curry says. Bye bye. Almond the Painter says. I will not kitty. Shrikitten says. I love that somehow I took over Lewith's Discord, became admin, and he now knows my habits but is cool with them. Yes, Curry, ask about plugs, I know you want to.
Yeah, Curry.
Share Curry says. Aren't you worried about incontinence? Beark108 says. It's so hot it's hard to sleep anyway, everyone just neurotic boiled brains. Shurikitten says. You strengthen the muscles, not weaken them. Share Curry says. Are you sure? Shurikitten says. Yes. Share Curry says. Don't gay guys go incontinent? Share Curry says. From all the pooper stuff. Shurikitten says. No, if you train you're fine. If you just use the biggest, then that can cause issues like prolapse, etc. Share Curry says. OMG. Shurikitten says. Use the smallest size first and most basic shape. Beark108 says. Can you walk with that thing there?
All right. Right. Coming along.
Shurikitten says. Yes, you can walk, run, jump and wiggle your ass lol.
Don't forget the ass wiggle.
Shurikitten
Bear.
says. Sitting can feel odd, you have to be careful. Share Curry says. Can you eat laxatives? Beark108 says. Is it common that people use it?
Actually, let me
Shurikitten says.
see this.
You could, but that's a doctor question. Enema is common though. Shurikitten says. Yep, anal plugs are extremely common. Share Curry says. 1 in 5 people have something up their hinny this very moment.
What? That is not true. Not 1 in 5 people. You cannot say that. 1 in 5 people is a lot, dude. 1 in 5 people have something shoved up their ass.
Beark108 says. F me.
Dude, that's not true. Where are you getting that? How do you know that? One in five.
Sharikitten says. The Dutch make up numbers easily lol. Sher Curry says. I like how you believed my bullshit. Future Oil Painter says. What the?
Oh, Curry. So I was reading that as Shitter me as saying that, not you. So that's better, yeah. All right. Hmm. Yeah, I thought Shitter Mia said that,
Sher
not
Curry
Curry.
says. Oh, so you wouldn't believe me, huh?
No, I wouldn't.
Sharikitten says.
I wouldn't believe that number
Oh,
because I
that's
know
why
you'd be being
lol.
serious about it. That's why.
Beark108 says.
Because when
Meaning
you're in
to
this
use it
mode,
watching this stream.
you're throwing facts out, and that I read the one in five thing, thinking you said it. I know you joke around, but you wouldn't be joking about that.
Sher Curry says. There are 5 people in here.
Yeah.
Do the math.
One in five people have something up their butt at all times.
Sharikitten says. So you and Louis, yes.
One in that's pretty good though. That's funny.
Future Oil Painter says. They have poop. Sher Curry says. Some people come from pooping.
Are you talking from experience, Curry?
Sher Curry says. I slept 6 hours last night, can you tell?
Actually, I can't. There's like no difference between this.
Sharikitten says. Don't you get dopamine from it? I do. I get high lol. Beark108 says. What happens if you fart wearing one?
Glad we're on point today with this stuff.
Sher Curry says. Maybe. Sharikitten says. Oh, it's tough to fart with a plug-in. You can do it, but it's not comfortable. Sher Curry says. The pride of the huge monster you birthed is joyful.
It's like the most retarded conversation. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this value down some.
Sher Curry says. Desperately trying to change the subject.
What, me? I'm not trying to change anything. I'm just listening. I've never heard any of this stuff. I'm also listening to
Berk108
music. I'm
says,
just chilling.
we're rarely not insulting anyone, just sharing knowledge.
Oh no.
Sheer Curry says, Louis, don't lie.
I am not lying. I mean, I know what these things are, but I've never heard like it talked about, I guess. I don't know the details, is my point.
Sharikitten says, oh, what butt plugs?
Yeah. I've never like thought or looked into that stuff, honestly. There we go. Jeez whiz. Just wanted to bring that down because then I can bring the light up into it. Up.
Sheer Curry says, do urethra plugs exist? Sharikitten says, yeah, that's why I love to educate, a lot of people haven't. Sharikitten says, yes, it's called sounding. Sheer Curry says, no way, I was joking.
That sounds like it would hurt. I wouldn't be messing with that.
Berk108 says, I thought so, it's shaped to block the farts, maybe you can sell it to retirement homes.
Poor old people.
Sheer Curry says, sounds like you tried it, Louis.
No, it just sounds like it'd be horrible. No pun intended. Sounding.
Sharikitten says, some people find it extremely pleasurable. Some people have their nerves fire and it hurts. You get to find out which you are.
Mess with that. Okay. Where we at? 5:15. I really feel like going into
Sheer
the
Curry
water right
says,
now.
I don't think I want to find that out.
Let's go.
Sharikitten says, you also use it for chastity cages, but not all designs.
What's a chastity cage? Do I want to know this?
Sheer Curry says, those still exist? Berk108 says, is it made of solid materials or also soft?
Sorry guys, I'm going yawning. I'm tired.
Sheer Curry says, a thing from the Middle Ages where you can't penstrate because there's a cage on the crotch. Sher Curry says. They didn't teach you that in high school history.
Who knows what they teach you now, though? They might.
Beark108 says. American history is the Cotton Times and after Cotton Times. Shrikitten says. It's a device that you lock someone into. Material varies, it can be stainless steel, plastic, silicone, etc. Depending on the design it makes it so you can't get a boner and may squeeze the balls too. Women can also use a chastity belt so they can't be penetrated or masturbate. Sher Curry says. Fun times. Sher Curry says. My chastity belt is my personality.
It's pretty good.
Shrikitten says. But 4 chair would do you. Future Oil Painter says. What cha talking about Willis? Shrikitten says. LOL.
Ah, there it is.
Shrikitten says. Curry thinks her personality is preventing her from getting laid. I'm letting her know that's not true. You like her personality. You'd be down. Dentist9906 says. Like and subscribe please.
Thanks, Dante. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that.
Dentist9906 says. Like and subscribe you bastards.
You bastards.
Shrikitten says. OMG, I thought you were a bot, you almost got banned LOL.
I can see that. We were on Red Alert. He's done that before, though. That's why I didn't think he was a bot. Plus, I know him. Dante. Yeah, we've had people come in here and spam stuff, but that wasn't. You didn't do anything wrong at all. He always comes in here and says that. I really appreciate it.
Sheer Curry says. Dante is the coolest name ever.
Yeah, it's a good name.
Dentist9906 says. You should say it regularly.
Dante. Yeah, I know I should. I probably should. You're right. You are correct.
Shrikitten says. Do you like Devil May Cry?
I played it once. I did like it, but I haven't played it recently, so I don't know how it'd be.
Dentist9906 says. Bye.
All right, Dante, I'll see you, man.
Future Oil Painter says. Okay guys, gonna run out.
But
Shrikitten
but
says.
for chair, I'll see you, man.
It's a classic. Main
It is.
character is Dante.
Yeah.
Shrikitten says. Okay, but for chair, get that milk. Sheer Curry says. Bye bye. Future Oil Painter says. Behave yourselves. Sheer Curry says. We scared him away.
I don't think we can scare him away.
Future Oil Painter says. Talk to la laters.
All right, man. I'll see you. Thanks for being here.
Sheer Curry says. I think I'm gonna go to another museum soon.
Nice. Nice.
Sheer Curry says. My plan is to draw there and to attract potential clients, which is so stupid, but I'm gonna do it, lol.
Do it. And plus it's great practice too.
Sheer Curry says. Did you do that in Italy?
No, I didn't. I probably should have. One guy did, and he found somebody who's willing to pay his way through. And um, I remember though he wasn't good.
Sheer
He
Curry
had just
says.
started.
No way I.
Yeah, but here's the thing. He just started his training. So, I didn't think it was a smart decision because it required him quitting school. And so he cut his education short. So he gets paid and he gets money for it, but he's not going to develop as an artist. Like he gave up an opportunity to go to the Florence Academy. So, and you don't know how long something like that's going to last. And so, what happens if you do that for a couple of years and then that's it? I suppose you could always go back to the school, but I would have. I don't
Sheer
know.
Curry says. So did he not continue to learn?
No, he left. He left the school, and he was only like a couple months in. I remember I was teaching him, and he was saying, and I had told him, I said, I don't know. I said, that sounds like an amazing thing. I mean, really cool, but I'm not sure I would straight up leave the school. If he could still paint for the guy and continue his education, that would be ideal, right? And he said, well, I think this is going to be, like I don't need to be here. Like if I'm doing this, I said, I mean, I wouldn't leave. I always thought, but he left, so I don't know what happened to him after that. But like, I think
Sheer
as an
Curry
artist,
says.
education's
I
huge.
would want to get better.
Exactly. Like as a painter.
Shurikitten says. I wonder why they paid his way then if he was new.
Well, it was the guy on the street. And so he was looking at the guy's work. He was obviously impressed. But the thing is, he wasn't good. He wasn't good. And I'm not I wasn't jealous or not happy for him. Like I'm happy when people get stuff. I am. But my point was is that it's not that good and you need to keep on getting better. Like right? So, you know, that was my thing. But, you know, I didn't know him that well. And here's the thing, if that's their mentality, like I said my part and he can do what he wants. It's his life. Like, if it
Shurikitten
was my
says.
kid though, I'd be like,
Yeah,
dude,
something about it doesn't sound right.
like, I would say, look,
Sheer Curry says.
stay at the school,
I
get an
think being
education.
good is more important than money, which is why I probably will never be rich.
You're already very good, but most artists who are good don't think they are. It's normally the ones who suck who think they're good.
Beark108 says. Farts. Sheer Curry says. LMAO. Sheer Curry says. You need to somehow find rich dumb clients. Shurikitten says. Florence Academy of Farts, yes.
Oh,
Sheer Curry says. I hope I actually have the balls to just draw there by myself.
You will. Why? Because you have nuts. You can do it. You definitely can do it.
Sherry says. Curry, you must find your balls.
Listen to Shirimiya.
Sheer Curry says. I can't find them.
Did this thing change light again? I'm gonna start. You know
Sherry
what?
says.
I'm gonna conserve my
I
strength.
told off that motherfucker, you can draw in front of strangers lol. Sheer Curry says. Where is my penis?
I'm conserving my strength. Because normally I keep going, I keep going, I keep going. I'm gonna come back to this. But I'm gonna stop right now so I have some time tonight to chill. I need to chill. I got 9 hours of sleep last night. And I got 10 or 11 the night before. Maybe less than
Sheer
11.
Curry says. Sherry, is that what you meant by getting your tits out lol the shirt? Sheer Curry says. Oh, 9 hours, so good.
9 hours was, yeah. I went to bed at 10:30. Woke up at 8. But I normally am up in the middle of the night for my dad, which I was, and so
Sherry
that was
says. Yeah, I got dressed to make that video. Sheer Curry says. Are you gonna go to bed early again tonight?
I'm gonna try to go to bed where I get at least 8.5 hours of sleep. So like by 11 o'clock, I should be okay. It depends. That's why I'm kind of stopping now instead of going another hour. Because I worked very efficient today, actually. I got a lot done.
Sheer Curry says. Are you working out again?
I'm gonna start working out tomorrow, I think. That'll make a week because I stopped. I worked out last Sunday, last Monday, and then I stopped because I was just dead. But I feel like I could start up again, and then I'm gonna rest in a month and a half. I think that's what I'm gonna do for like a week. And that week is the same week that I posed for Scott and Sue, which is good because I have to be here by 11, which is like crazy that I would be gone by. I have to leave the house by like 10:40, which is crazy.
Beark108 says. What are you lifting?
What am I just like lifting weights or like just exercising. It's just basement workouts. So it's nothing like hardcore. But yeah, I've just been like that in addition to always lifting my dad and carrying him that's nonstop. And so the problem is that every day is already a full body workout. It is like there's a lot. It's a lot of lifting. And so I do the workouts in the morning 4 to 5 days out of the week to stay in shape so that, especially strengthening hips and back and stuff so I don't hurt myself while lifting dad. So it's physically demanding right now. It's all good. It's like you also have to rest, and so I'm strategically trying to find when I should rest. Normally it was like every 2 months. I don't think I can wait 2 months. I think a month, or a month and a half.
Sherry says. Eat more meat.
Uh, What'd you say? Eat more meat? Yeah, I know. I eat meat every morning. Well, during the week.
Beark108 says, buy some recovery supplements and drink mineral water.
Probably do need more recovery stuff.
Sheer Curry says, you don't eat meat for dinner? Sheer Curry
Sometimes.
says, no meat in the weekend?
Um, no, like it's hard for me to eat meat every morning. So I eat it Monday through Thursday. This week I only have enough for Monday through Wednesday. But probably should be eating a little bit more. I had protein shakes and stuff. Sleep's been the main issue for me. Just not getting
Beark108
enough sleep,
says,
man.
it's usually just lack of magnesium, potassium, and calcium.
Oh
Sheer
yeah?
Curry says, you going vegan over here?
I'm not going vegan. I'm not going vegan. Not going vegan. Never go vegan. Worst thing, I had to cook for a vegan and somebody who was a
Shrikitten says,
celiac resistant.
he doesn't have a vagina, he's fine. Sheer Curry says, so how are you getting more sleep now?
Um,
Sheer Curry says, Shri, how do you know?
I just forced it. I just forced to sleep. Sugar me. Sugar me. Don't stop. Keep going.
Beark108 says, I also started lifting again and drink mineral water every day plus chocolate and bananas.
Started lifting again. Drink mineral water every day plus chocolate and bananas. The chocolate. Are you going for the like? What type of chocolate are you eating?
Beark108 says, dark.
Like 85, 86. It's the best thing before a workout. You go full bro on this one. Gotta get back to screaming while lifting the plates.
Beark108 says, no more like 70%.
Sunday.
Shrikitten says, I didn't see him eat a salad, he's clean.
Yeah. It's for cows. Okay? I'm not talking about the fat chicks. I'm talking about actual cows.
Sheer Curry says, I mean, how do you know he doesn't have a vagina?
It's such bullshit.
Beark108 says, but I also mix cocoa into porridge every morning and peanuts.
Nice. The
Sheer
peanuts,
Curry says, prove it, Lewis.
yeah. No, I just like the main thing with me is I need to. It's just resting the joint. My joints are what's killing me right now. Actually, here's the other thing: is that when I don't work out, I
Shrikitten
start
says,
aching a little bit
if
more.
he ate salad, he'd be feeding his pussy. He wasn't, so it's not there. Math.
Thank you.
Sheer Curry says, Louis, you might be hypermobile.
What does that mean? Too mobile?
Beark108 says. But I'm actually not bulking, more burning fat and building muscles.
Yeah.
Beark108 says. You probably need more carbs. Sheer Curry says.
Probably.
Your
Probably need
fingers
everything.
and knees being double jointed are signs.
Of really? Wait, you said my knees? My knees aren't double jointed, are they?
Sheer Curry says. I'm not sure about the definition. Sherikitten says. I don't think he has EDS like me. He can hold the damn pencil. Sheer Curry says. Your knees bend backwards a bit.
They do? Huh. It's not
Sherikitten
good.
says. Might be hypermobile in specific areas though. Beark108 says. Calories are one thing, but in this heat we lose lots of minerals and salt. Sherikitten says. You need vitamin C, Louis, that helps hypermobility.
Vitamin C. All right. I think I have some vitamin C chewies or something. I can take some of those. I've been eating the blueberries, like you said. What's the blueberries for again?
Sheer Curry says. Hypermobility means very flexible joints apparently.
I'm not like that hyper jointed. That well, I don't think I'm. I mean, everybody can lock their legs, but I don't think I'm that hyper jointed. My hands are, but that's probably about it.
Beark108 says. Vitamin B helps with not sucking the tripod. Sherikitten says. It stops the conversion to estrogen.
So it okay. Wait. So it stops the conversion to estrogen, which helps testosterone, or it reduces stress. Like I don't know what it
Sheer
does
Curry
though. Like
says. I thought men needed estrogen.
women need it. I guess men need it some, but not that much, right? You don't want estrogen as a man. Estrogen is for women.
Sheer Curry says. Men too.
Men need it? I don't think so.
Beark108 says. No, we need testosterone.
Yeah, testosterone, not
Sherikitten
estrogen.
says. Yeah, helps testosterone. There's a lot of estrogen men encounter that throws them off.
Yeah, there's like a lot of stuff that messes with men in our food. This thing needs to be cleaned.
Sheer Curry says. Men need estrogen, I looked it up, boom.
Really? I'm not taking any estrogen pills. I think it's more that we get too much in the foods that we eat or something. We have enough.
Sheer Curry says. Don't question my medical license.
It's looking at like a My Little Pony card right now.
Beark108 says. Women want men to have estrogen to be more obedient.
See, I don't trust studies because that's very, it's like, that's the type of shit that they've been pulling. I really think so much information is corrupted because of stupid agendas.
Sheer Curry says. Men need both.
I'll be right back, guys.
Sherikitten says. Men become such pussies with estrogen lol, they don't need a fuck ton and the food conversions make a lot more than needed.
Yeah, that's what.
Beark108 says. Agreed.
Yeah.
Beark108 says. Yeah, we can suck your estrogen. Sheer Curry says. I'm not saying take estrogen pills. Sherikitten says. Curry eating blueberries won't hurt them lol. Sherikitten says. It's a natural way to balance it. Sheer Curry says. The nuts. Sherikitten says. What about the nuts? Sheer Curry says. It won't hurt the nuts? Sherikitten says. Blueberries. No. Sheer Curry says. LOL, I'm kidding. Sheer Curry says. No agony, no braggony. Sherikitten says. It helps the nuts stay thick and juicy and hangy lol. Beark108 says. Don't know about US, but when I look at male teenagers in EU they look like females. Sheer Curry says. Voluptuous balls. Sheer Curry says. I agree, Bear. Sherikitten says. Oh, Bear, it's the same here. And teen boys have a stupid curly hair on the top only haircut. They look super feminine but not in a cool way. Sheer Curry says. LMAO, the broccoli cut. Sherikitten says. Yep. Beark108 says. And that's because of estrogen. Beark108 says. Yeah, that stupid haircut. Sheer Curry says. I think more a lack of testosterone. Sherikitten says. Yeah, that's why it's so rare to find dominant men now. I have my pick of submissive men. But it bores me. Sher Curry says. That's why you should go for the older dudes. Shrikitten says. For some reason most men are lacking testosterone. It's bad. Even older. It's a general population thing. Sher Curry says. Oh really? Beark108 says. Yeah, not much to choose from in younger realms. Sher Curry says. Some people say it's the soy. Shrikitten says. Older either. Shrikitten says. Yep, soy is in everything. Soy boy is a real thing. Sher Curry says. Some older don't have that problem. Beark108 says. Luckily I had a lot of fun and no need to compensate. Shrikitten says. If they have a beer gut, that is estrogen. Sher Curry says. So just become gay at this point. Shrikitten says. They look like that because it's mimicking pregnancy hormones and making dudes have stomachs as if they are pregnant. Beark108 says. Yeah, beer turns you into female. Shrikitten says. I don't know why guys like beer when it does that to them, lol.
Beer?
Sher Curry says. OMG. Shrikitten says. Yeah, you're drinking pure estrogen. Beark108 says. Because if you actually have a lot of testosterone, it calms you down. Shrikitten says. Yeah, but the guys who don't have a lot, they instantly imbalance themselves.
All right, guys, that is a stream. Streaming again this week. Gotta get this stuff done. Also, maybe my dad's portrait at some point. Y'all are awesome.
Beark108
Till
says,
next time.
well, if you drink daily, yes. Sheer Curry says, good painting.
Thank you, Curry.
Sheer Curry says, bye.
See you guys.
Sherry Kitten says, bye bye Louis.